Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Mobius Front 83, where, oh hey, we have a thing, right. I was about to go and force the enemy to retreat back toward the Dark Zones, but we get to start today with a little bit of fun and do some radio programming. Okay, so we gotta assemble some diagonals here. Interesting. This is a weird signal to hand me when this is the thing we need to do. So how do we want to do this? Boy, how do we want to do this? There's no way for us to shift things left or right. So what we actually want... Oh, this is actually really interesting. We can't shift things left or right, and we can't shift individual signal bits. So it's going to take some effort to dig exactly the right pieces out of the oscilloscope, the oscillator. Something's oscillating, and it's going to give us what we need. But I don't know. Huh. Okay. So if we do this, right? We can do something like this, and then. It's not too hard to build one of these signals. I worry that we're not going to have the space to build both of them, though. Unless I figure out a more clever way of doing this. Alright, if we... amplify and split... Actually, maybe I want to do this lower. Amplify and split, run a left-right on these, and then just like... So now we have two middle parts. There might be some way to make this work. We have two middle parts, and we have enough components to build the things we need here. Right, that builds one, and then this. There's our 6 pieces, and then it's just a matter of being able to assemble them in the way that we need to. So. How would we do that? We need union here, and then we got to get this middle piece to there. So probably what it actually is that this stuff has to happen in the center, and then we need to move some of this downward somehow. Like, can I... What if... We move you down here. We use this thing to space this out. Okay. So then we got to do that, which produces this. And that works, right? Bam. Got it. It's a little bit complicated. I actually really like the way it looks, though. There's something very aesthetically pleasing about this. I said, let's get the hell out of Dodge and live to fight another day. But they don't listen to me. I'm just the radio guy. So now we do it. Okay, so clearly, morale has collapsed on the other side of the conflict. These people all think that the thing they're doing is not working, and I would say that there's a lot of evidence for that assertion. Once we've forced them to retreat back to the Dark Zones, then what? Alright, so 10-10-10 for us, 15-10-10 for them. We get access to utility helicopters nice and early, and they're giving us those surface-to-air missile vehicles. So I'm assuming we gotta expect to see a heck of a lot more helicopters than before. How does that change our math? We're gonna have access to the M1 Abrams, and we're gonna be able to pull up to 3 of them, although only 2 of them during Phase 2. So we're basically just building to wait for the Abrams. The Abrams is terrifying, and the enemy has a huge amount of trouble dealing with it. So all we're really trying to do right now is survive until the Abrams show up. I would love it if we could make it unsafe for them to come through here. From here, we have pretty clean lines of sight. So, like, a Bradley in this position's not bad. Let's have it start here, drop dudes off in the woods, and then fall back. That's a good hold position. Then this thing, if we put it, like, here, right here, maybe. Actually, this is... Sorry. We don't have to think about this. There's no way for them to get there. We need to watch... Okay, so we have a clean line of sight to this thing. The tile where they would actually cross the woods is occluded by other woods pretty early on. But if we set up right here, we can watch that from a distance and also see pretty deep into this bottleneck. So that's not a terrible spot. We can have this Bradley roll up and drop off dudes in these woods and then return. And then it's like, a helicopter is not a bad idea. With 2 Bradleys, we have a fair amount of anti-air fire already, so we're not, like, desperate. But... Do we want to optimize for a little bit more? We could bring in one of these. These things are fairly effective against helicopters. The question is, are we bringing out another Bradley? It's been a strategy that's been very effective for us so far. Or do we want a helicopter plus some other stuff? I gotta be honest with you, I kind of just want to... Like, these things are really effective. Maybe we put this down here to offload more dudes in the woods. And then... Do we want a... To be perfectly honest with you, if we're going to bring something in for the purpose of shooting down helicopters, I actually think it's going to be the Jeep. But I might just do this. This thing can't shoot at helicopters, but tanks are what we're really worried about. We have the 3 Bradleys for helicopters. I'm going to do this. Okay, let's try it like that. So let's just fill the woods with guys who have rocket launchers. You run up here and do the same. And then, like, my fallback positions are... Yeah, there's not a lot of good placement. We'll do this for you. And like this for you. And do you just want to set up? You do have 6 range when set up. If I go over here, the woods are going to cut off my line of sight a little bit too much. I think I'll go here. So this is some very, very defensive positioning. But really what we're doing is waiting until they let us recruit an Abrams. And then once that happens, we're going to be in real good shape. Okay, well, probably a good idea to disengage these guys in case some of this goes horribly awry. And then we can't actually get all 3 of the Bradleys in range. Ah, good. Okay. We rolled lucky, and everything is fine. I do love it when I get lucky. I also would love it if we didn't need to get lucky so much, but, you know. Listen, people got a lot of different design feelings about the role of randomness in strategy games. Okay, so they got long-range artillery, no big surprise there. So let's have you step forward and get us some vision. Okay. I feel comfortable doing this then. Do we want to just... yeah, let's just block this. There's no reason we should let them drive through here. So we don't know if they're pushing down here, but we know that they at least have the ability to push down there. I'm gonna go ahead and drive up to the capture. Okay, so they have a tank right there. That's not awesome for me. Wow, they are a lot of guys. Do I push this thing? I don't know. So, unfortunately, this tank can roll up outside of our current range. I'm going to move this up to here. It's not 100% ideal, but he can still see pretty far down here, and now he can punish this tank for coming in range to shoot at that Bradley. However, if that tank rolls up into range and just hits the 4 damage, it kind of doesn't matter. From here, yeah, your line of sight is real abbreviated, unfortunately. I sort of want to just roll up and shoot this truck. I don't care about this truck that much. Alright, let's see what happens. Just gotta survive until the Abrams. We got a real problem dealing with that. Okay, no big surprises there. That's good news for us. Okay, he did exactly the thing we thought he would do, and he rolled minimum damage while doing it, which is definitely good luck. Hooray for us. Hooray for our luck. I get pretty salty about the luck, as I'm sure you've noticed. I just wish there was a lot less of it involved in the conflict resolution here. Alright, unfortunate. More fortunate. Alright, I gotta say, I don't really understand some of the decision-making. They're doing some weird stuff. Alright, please finish the job. Yes. Good, good, good. Yep, you're getting tagged. And I think we will... You guys are mortar guys? Not really in a big hurry, honestly. Let's do this. Okay, so for all we know, this is just trucks down here. Unfortunately, they have 15 command points worth of units, and I just don't have any idea what to expect. We saw an attack helicopter, which I'm going to guess is probably 3-ish points, because our attack helicopter is 4 points, but also theirs doesn't have the really good long-range missiles, so it's probably cheaper. But it's probably not 2 points, because the utility helicopters are at 2. So that's 3 points. They have 2 real tanks at 3 points each, probably, so that accounts for like 9-ish. Each of these trucks is probably 1, would be my guess. So 10, 11, 12, 13, we saw 1 truck drive backwards already. 14 for the Jeep that we blew up here. So actually, we're probably not missing all that much. It's probably just more... I mean, they paid something for this, probably. Yeah, we may actually have seen all 15 points already. I am going to... I'm real worried about this guy driving forward and blowing this thing up. So I'm going to have this thing play back a little bit. From here, we can shoot... Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to... Do we fall back and just endure the mortar fire? Or do we push forward and get ventilated by this truck? I think we push. These guys are not going to be that useful against 2 armor tanks. And next turn we get our big stuff. We have definitely gotten way above expected value on our luck this mission so far. And it continues. Okay, so obviously we're gonna pressure these guys. I do not think that we're in any real danger on that. You should give this guy a rocket, and then you should give this guy a rocket, and then you should... hold on, can we get him with this? Yeah, let's do that. And then it's like, do I want to fire... Let's see if we can get it with this. Okay, cool. We can save our second rocket for something a little bit more dangerous. I'm going to try to keep vision over what these guys are doing down here. And then we definitely deploy 2 M1 Abrams tanks. No question about that in my mind. We got to remember they just got 10 points worth of stuff as well. So it's tempting to pressure this stuff down here, but honestly I don't think we need to. And I don't want to split up our tanks too much because they're going to be bringing in their own in a moment here. And the question is, like, do we want to put up a howitzer? They have a lot of infantry. And some of their infantry matters. You know, they have a couple of these. But honestly, no, probably not, right? I probably don't care. I think for these last 2 points, we are probably better off like one of these and a jeep, maybe? I do not have a lot of respect for this thing, especially since it's an anti-aircraft vehicle that has 0 armor and low enough health that it can be one-shot by the moving missile on the helicopters. Like, it seems very bad. It seems like it's phenomenally bad at its job. At least this thing can move and shoot in the same turn, you know? I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in one of these and another one of these. We will kill the enemy tanks, and then we will figure out all the infantry stuff afterward. Yeah, all of my infantry are gonna get artillery to death for sure, but we can probably spill some blood here first. So obviously we do that. I think we're gonna have you guys continue moving this way. You guys can provide the other pressure here, and then I think I'm actually gonna, well, I'm probably just gonna shoot this with vehicles. Alright, so we have a utility helicopter coming in with a bunch of those ground dudes. I mean, so the Bradleys that are out of missiles obviously have stuff to do here. Okay, we have to be pretty careful about these dudes. Yeah, I did not see that immediately. But here we can paste these guys, and then we can come up here and do a little bit of threatening. I mean, obviously our plan for dealing with those guys is just to drive vehicles around and shoot them. They are really poorly suited to the to the job they're trying to do over here. How far into this? You can see pretty deep, actually. I'm going to leave you exactly where you are. You could be moved up to here. You're dead no matter what happens. So I may as well just shoot somebody. And then, like, these guys, I don't care at all about this nonsense, so just gonna withdraw. I mean, they're gonna keep shooting me with mortars, so it's not like I'm getting a ton done here. But yeah, we'll push a couple of vehicles up here so that we can just drive around the corner and annihilate those guys at the beginning of next turn. And then I think you guys, yeah, just do some damage because you're dead. I can't run you away. You'll still just die to mortar fire. Okay. We can definitely wait them out. We have a vastly superior position, and with the Abrams, we have superior individual units as well. Oh, that's bad luck for them. Don't these guys have a machine gun? Yeah, why didn't they just shoot me with their battle rifle? That's definitely like an AI issue that the dev should probably actually look into, because that shouldn't be how that works. So here, these guys can shoot the Jeep for damage, but I think we're just going to roll around the corner and hit these guys. Alright, cut you down. Yeah, we're gonna end up taking a point of damage on the Jeep, probably, and I'm fine with it. Like, drive and then shoot is the whole reason we brought this Jeep in. Alright, so that's a significant danger, now completely dealt with. I could shoot you with an anti-tank missile, I suppose. I don't know, man, that doesn't feel like a necessity. It feels like we could just not do that as well. Do you have vision all the way to the... You don't. That's awkward. Just trying to figure out exactly how I want to handle this. I mean, just go ahead and shoot these guys. I don't think I'm going to spend your second anti-tank missile on that helicopter with us not knowing what the rest of their units are going to be. I think we'll move you up like this. So they do have that 2-range machine gun, but it only does 1 damage. Yeah, it's not worth resources. Gun down these teams that have actual anti-vehicle weaponry on them. Things that could, in theory, deal damage to us. And rather than move you forward, I'm just going to set you up now. You, on the other hand, are definitely out of position now. There's no way we're ever going to care about this position again. I think I'm going to move him up here. We'll try to set up on the north side of the road. So in theory, they will have some more tanks coming up, and we'll probably see them either move into position this turn or next turn. Okay, here come their Jeeps. I doubt they'll let me get this kill, but let's see if they'll let me get this kill. Ah, it's a shame. Alright, this is a very aggressive move forward. We don't have the vision that I would like to make that feel safe. But we can do like this, get ourselves a little bit more vision down there. So let's see, we can do this and just attack the anti-vehicle troops. I do like this a lot. The problem is, 6 tiles, like, you know, there's real danger out there. I think let's just move you up to here. Shoot these guys down. I'm not going to try to take this right now. And we're going to move you to here. We'll use something that's a little bit less critical, I think, to test those waters. And we may see the enemy just drive right into us. Let's hope that we are so lucky. I wonder why they're trying to drive so many Jeeps around behind us. I can't believe they did that. That was like the most obvious trap in the world. Like, what is the value of the unit that I lost there relative to what they lost it to? That's a wild decision. Alright, who wants to finish this guy off? It should probably be somebody who doesn't have any anti-tank missiles left, ideally. Nah, I guess it's gonna be you, because like none of this stuff is dangerous at all. Alright. That makes my life a lot easier. They just brought out a huge amount of... Just a really staggeringly huge amount of infantry for some reason. Alright, you with no missiles, you're gonna be the bait. I mean, it's pretty safe, honestly. How many missiles do you have left? Oh, you are on full. Okay, so... The question is, do we want to drive up here and have all of our anti-tank missiles looking down the road? Or do we want to... I'm actually going to rotate this around here and maybe try to set up on this line, just in case. In case there is some reason to do so. Yeah, I don't know what all these vehicles trying to flank us are doing. The rules of the game do not allow for flanking attacks to be very effective, unfortunately, because, you know, the control points. Okay, so here come the tanks. It took a while, and they are now bringing in, they just brought in 10 more points of reinforcements. So this is like, this is the moment of maximum danger for us. I will say, one thing that these guys are doing that is definitely helping my opponent is providing a lot of vision. So we're going to cut some of that noise. Alright, now they have no idea what's going on over a pretty large portion of the north side of the map. So there's not a lot of value in being here, if I could just be here instead, so I think that's what we'll do. You will set up over here. Your deal's looking like it's going to be a little different than I thought. Yeah, I mean, if I don't move forward, then I can't attack them, but moving forward definitely puts us in a little bit of danger there. Okay, so all this stuff is irrelevant. Now that we can't pull in any more tanks, how does that change things? The Bradleys are very effective. I think we'll probably just... Honestly, we'll probably just pull 2 Bradleys. It's really hard to justify a lot of the other units. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Not going to move you, I don't think. Well, we could just cap. I can put a lot of pressure on them to actually come over here and fight. I'm going to do that. Let's make them do a thing. This unit is of relatively low value. If it gets killed to force a positional change, I think it's actually fine. This is maybe even positive value for us if that unit gets killed to force a position change. Okay, yeah, we're just going to have to back off on that one. Oh, interesting. I guess they can tell. They can do the math and tell that that unit doesn't actually need to be killed. Like, it poses no threat to them. Well, it does pose a threat to their helicopters, though. They maybe made some bad plays here, helicopter-wise. Okay, so you do not actually get to set up and shoot, so run away. How do we want to manage this? We can get the Jeep close enough, so we have a ton of anti-aircraft fire available. Damn it. That would have been a really nice time for one of them to actually roll a 2. Alright, well, we'll roll this tank up. Man. Because I kind of want to use my tanks against their tanks, right? Tank singular. Let's... But they can't actually see back here, can they? Like, this guy can't see through those woods, so they don't know that I potentially have a tank over here. So if we set this up here, I could potentially catch their tank out of position. I'm going to do that. And we'll drive these forward. Can't quite hit the back helicopter, which is a shame. So if we lose this, we're only losing 1 missile. It's not that bad. But I think we're gonna, I think we are going to focus entirely on the helicopters this turn and not try to blow up this pattern. The helicopters have a lot of... Yeah, that's the smart play. So you have positions where you can get... Okay. So we got to move you forward to take this guy down, because you're the only person who can do that. No, not the only person, but I have positions I want these tanks to end up in already. So we do this. And then you can drive around here and finish the job, and they lose 2 attack helicopters for no gain, really. You just set up... You stay right here and just provide vision? I mean, your position doesn't actually matter. I guess, actually, they have short-range mortars, so that they do lose range on us. They have to chase us at least a little bit. Yep, no big surprise there. I think it was a worthwhile trade. Oh, interesting. A second helicopter. We don't actually know what helicopter that is. So... How do we want to position these guys? I think I want to take you up to here. I'm pretty curious about which kind of... No, wait, the really long-range artillery units always have a point of armor, don't they? But we still might be able to get them with the machine gun crew. And we definitely can't do anything useful down here with it. So like, the question is, do I think it is a good idea to push now and heat round this guy twice? Or would I rather wait until next turn? I don't think there's a lot of reason for us not to wait, and doing it next turn will be very safe. Because we'll have 3 tanks for it. They can't really move forward very safely. They could get to here and fire, but then we have a lot of superior positioning, I think. This is gonna make it very awkward for them to do stuff. Yeah, like, you roll to here. You've already got this whole line. Yeah. I'm just gonna chill. We're just gonna chill, and then next turn we can triple tank rush them, and lots of bad stuff can happen. They rolled a 3 and a 4 on their 3 1-4s. Wait, hold on. We have other, like, we should shoot with the people who are not the tanks first. The people who cannot move. You actually don't get to take the shot, unfortunately. Yeah, all right, that's pretty good. And we do not roll as well as they do. It's fine. We get through it, but definitely notable there. Alright, so I think this is looking like a pretty easy one from here. You can put some pressure on their artillery, potentially. But we don't have to, and like, honestly, the Jeep may just finish the job without us. Or without the rest of the force. So they do have a couple of these teams left, and these are things we have to care about. I'm really surprised their artillery is not shooting the Jeep. Oh hey, they have another tank. Oh no. The Jeep is being pursued. Alright, unfortunately we cannot detach the tank at this moment. So you're the only person who gets to take a stationary shot. Then you get to roll forward and try it. You get to roll forward and try it. I mean, we may as well, right? Let's just do some damage. So we know they have another Jeep over here. We gotta deal with this. Do we have a person who... Do we have a vehicle that can... Oh, this is where their other Jeep probably is, though, right? Can I... I do not have any people who can get vision, unfortunately. Because if we rush in, we have somebody push to here to shoot them, and it turns out the Jeep is there, that actually is a real problem for us. If the Jeep is here, then we can just move 2 units in here and annihilate those guys. I see no reason to push this right now. Let's just play it cautious. This thing could, in theory, be destroyed by the machine gun on the Jeep, but I'm not going to stress about it. In fact, no, it could not. Never mind. Problem solved. All right, we got a lot of solutions incoming. Yeah, the Abrams is just like three points of armor is terrifying, and borderline impossible for a lot of units to deal with. Alright, so you got the win next turn, and you get to spam fire at an enemy. Hooray. Let's go here. You don't get to do anything else. So this is easy enough. Now we have this kill. Okay, and I mean, now the mission's over. Take that. How dare you? How dare you shoot me from a distance? But spiteful until the last. See, this is what makes it hard for me to be like, hey, let's all just be friends here, because you are definitely murdering the entire hell out of us. Now, to be fair, we're also doing that to you. You know, once the cycle starts, it is tricky to unwind it.
I really thought this would be over by now. We're the best military in the world, but they're hanging on somehow. It's like every time we almost have them, they find some way to fuck us up.
Well, they must have similar training, sir. Maybe with some added motivation.
Yeah, well, our boys better get motivated fast. We're going through the gate.
Sir?
Word from command. It's not enough to push them back here. As long as the quantum gates exist, they're a threat. So, we're gonna take them out.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you had to figure it was going. Hard to know exactly how this is going to resolve. The U.S. has regained control of its territory. President Reagan orders the military to destroy the quantum gate to prevent any further matter transfer from the parallel Earth. D Troop once again enters the gate in order to locate its source, encountering threats from both retreating enemy units and the infectious organism. It does seem like the gates probably got to get closed, because otherwise we're going to get space bugged. But,
Knew they'd send us back to this piss-soaked shithole. Fucking alien-infested clown town. Stank-ass doomsday dimension.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's get a move on and reconnoiter the hell out of this turd farm. Then they can blow the gates sky high and we never have to come back again.
Yes, sir.
do we know that they can, like, we haven't seen a machine that is creating a gate or anything, right? It's just a weird fact of reality that there are portals here. So, do we know that that we're going to be able to blow the gate sky high? I don't see any reason to think that. So, as it stands now, they don't have any units deploying this turn, but that means they must have static defenses, right? I mean, it's hard not to want to just go like a tank here and maybe a tank up here, but honestly, maybe we just keep the tanks together. It's very difficult for the enemy to kill two Pattons working together. And then, like, you're just a totally normal rifle team. So I probably want to have a Jeep. I like this Jeep. Just to go real fast and do the thing, right? And then, like, honestly, an observation helicopter, probably a pretty good idea to let our Jeeps know where they can safely go real fast and do the thing. Okay, that's an actual tank. So that's a problem. Can't go that way. There's a non-zero chance that whatever the hell this is going to consume that tank. We could hope we can get lucky. So I'm gonna deploy a couple of these, just bodies, and then we had 2 points left. Is it just another one of these, maybe? This thing requires setup and only has 2 ammo. Yeah, I think it's more infantry. I mean, obviously the swarms make infantry non-ideal in many ways, but what else are we gonna do? Okay, well, that's good news for us at least. So, helicopter, run away. So both of these things have range. Our helicopter's almost certainly dead. This is complicating. This fellow right here could be an issue. How far can we... Right, these tanks are a little slower. Well... So we gotta set up in a position where we can get the triple surround. Alright, you need to go down here. We're just abandoning this. There's no way for us to take that, so I'm not gonna stress about it. We'll pick it up later. But we're gonna have to use tanks to do it, almost certainly. So I suppose what we could do... Yeah, you know what? Let's do it this way. I'm gonna disengage my infantry here, and we're just gonna hammer these guys. There we go. Now they don't have vision of us anymore, and that's how we solve the mortar problem. So on these missions where you're not capping in order, the enemies do not have the ability to recap the points, right? We are going to endure a little bit of mortar fire here now. Do we want to deploy infantry here? I guess, yeah. Oh, hey, that's a problem. Alright, so we don't exactly know where that tank went. And it's probably sitting right there. Let's hope that they can't roll up and grab us. Do I want to... Yeah, we may as well deploy these guys, and then we'll just run everything forward a little bit. Alright, let's see how they handle this. Hopefully they don't have a lot of artillery. That serves a bunch of purposes. Obviously, it's really great for them not to have vision of us over here. So we can set up this guy, like we can move this guy to here and set up, and I don't know. All the tank has to do is drive there to be safe, but I don't know what else we're going to do with this anti-tank team, right? Alright, so we got an interesting question of how we want to move in and deal with these guys. Unfortunately, I think we just can't be as aggressive as we would like, as long as we still have this problem. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to move you guys out. And yeah, I don't really want to roll forward here. We'll move those guys up. Move you up. May as well do that, I suppose. Yeah, we'll be able to take this area pretty easily. In 2 turns, we're probably going to get 10 points of units spawning behind us. I would like to be on the other side of these trees, solidly on the other side of these trees by the time that happens, if we could be. How do we want to manage this? I'm going to load these guys back into the APC. I don't think they're going to actually accomplish much over there. That tank may have just driven off. Or maybe it's just set up on the point to be as effective as possible. You know, in case it wanted to be effective. Alright, well, right now this is looking pretty under control. Yep, that's the right move. So now we push the tank really hard. We just set up. Usually the AI is so obsessed with killing anti-armor teams that they will do foolish things in order to make sure it happens. Do you have a normal... Yeah, you have a normal gun. Alright, well, we can deal with that. So yeah, we just drive up and gun this thing down. How do I want to... Okay, we want to shoot you from here so that this tank can run in and deal the killing blow there. Or rather, enable the killing blow to be dealt at least. That makes our infantry considerably more likely to survive. I still don't think I move you forward. I'll move you to here. Why not? So they're going to bring in 10 points of new units on this coming turn. And most of it's going to come from behind us if previous levels like this are any indication. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do about that. I guess you're just going to stay put and we'll see what happens. Oh no, sorry. We're entering phase 2, not phase 3. We got time. Huh. Weird move. That is, like, super wrong. Why would you do that? Very strange. I mean, we may as well grab this while, as long as they're making it easy for us to grab stuff. Let's have you blow that up. Alright, so we know they have artillery up front, but we also know that they don't have vision of almost any of our stuff anymore. If I put out guys, this just gives them something to fire at. I think I'm just going to go up here and cap this and hold the... Oh, hey. Well, smoke discharger then. To have some chance of survival. Yeah, that creates an issue. I'm going to poke my head through. Perhaps unwisely. Yeah, that's a problem. Again, real strange moves. Like, why stay adjacent? We probably won't deal damage on account of, you know, how our dice rolling goes. But why not just do this from here? Okay, eventually we rolled well enough to... Yeah, very strange stuff. I'm just gonna dispense dudes and then run away. Yeah, unfortunately we can't shoot these guys and stay nearby, but that seems fine, right? Oh, hey everyone. How's it going? Can't do much about that. Yeah, we're just not going to be able to cap that point. Let's have this Jeep go this way. So this tank is... If I were this tank, I would rush forward and shoot at my tank, but I don't actually know for sure if he has vision of this. He may not know this is here. Hey, that was pretty lucky. You gotta assume that he's gonna move away, but, like, what else are we gonna do? Okay, so your job is to cap that. You guys are headed toward the conflict. I'm gonna just reload my smoke discharger. Let's just make sure we have that. You guys get out here, and then we... Yeah, we will have room, so... Let's take the double moving heat shot. Oh, that's... I just moved the wrong vehicle in a way that's, like, super bad. Like, incredibly bad. Alright, well, smoke. Yeah, shoot, I needed that. I just had the wrong thing selected. I needed that space to be available for the tank so that we could take the double heat shot. I do not want to roll up and take this shot as things stand now. I could roll up and dispense smoke, I suppose. You know what? I will do that. Okay, we got that point cleared. This is looking alright. Huh. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do. Oof. Minimum damage. Alright, well, he lives, because of course he does. And we can't do anything about that, sadly. Well, it looks like it probably is... Yeah, it's probably not going to matter that much. It's a bummer that it's even a concern, though. Well, he's gonna get to shoot something. Nothing we can do about that. But he's definitely dead after he does so. We got pretty lucky on that one. I think we've had a very lucky episode here, just in terms of like what our total expected damage output over the entirety of the episode is. We have swung way above. Okay, focus on the enemies that are actually important. It is almost certainly the case that all these infantry running around here have no value at all, but I suppose we ought to move them. And these missions really have. Today's stuff has really felt like a lot easier than previous days' missions, because like the randomness has a huge effect on the outcomes. If you're gonna roll high, you kind of don't even really need that much strategy the way this is set up. Yeah, go ahead and go for this. Do not fear these men. Their guns are comical and tiny. I don't know. Go hide in the woods, I guess? It's not really a lot I can do for you, but you could survive. Boy, I gotta say, I do not think these are very good vehicles to be calling in a reinforcement capacity on this mission, since they can't move and fire on the same turn.
This whole fucking world is a grade A shit show. Did I mention that?
I believe you have, sir.
Acid lakes, demon bee swarms, those fucking other things, whatever those are. Can you imagine?
We are seeing them, sir.
I gotta say, it's hard to tell at the size that they show up in the mission. This is a little bit more zoomed in, so it's just like a drill bore kind of thing on the front, and I cannot make heads or tails of the shape of what this is bad. What I know about it is, it's bad.
You ever think you'd be in a place like this when you enlisted, Danny?
No, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Beyond the imagination, huh? Anyway, enough chit-chat. Ready and forward, trooper.
Ready and forward.
Really? Forward. Okay. I mean, that's a decision. I gotta say, I would be driving backward a lot, I think. Alright, I think that's probably what we're going to call it. I'm not going to start a new mission 54 minutes into the episode. I am excited about View Document. We're going to maybe get a little bit more information about what's going on here, and that is exciting. That's going to be it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time on Monday, I guess we're going to reconnoiter Demon Bee World, and hopefully get a lot more of Sergeant Dancer, because he's still kind of the only character that I like. And we'll see you then.